Hello, this is Congressman Bob Dole. This Veterans Day, we honor veterans who have risked their lives to protect our freedoms. We pay tribute to the heroes who defended the people of South Korea, trudged through Vietnam, fought bravely in Operation Desert Storm, and stood strong in the face of ethnic cleansing in the Balkans. We also thank a new generation of heroes who have served in Iraq and Afghanistan. To them and to all veterans, we owe a debt that can never be repaid. But that doesn't mean that we shouldn't try. We must do all we can to be there for our nation's heroes when they return from duty, by working to get them the care that they need and help them to reintegrate into society. That's why this week I introduced the Purple Heart Heroes Act, a bill designed to give relief to disabled veterans who have been wounded in combat. While certainly not the whole solution, it is my hope that this bill brings us one step closer to ensuring veterans get the care that they need. Of course, no discussion of veterans' sacrifice would be complete without taking a few moments to honor the greatest generation. These brave men and women put their lives on the line when the fate of the world literally hung in the balance. Without them, our world would look very different today. More than 35,000 of the nation's 22 million veterans live in the 10th Congressional District of Illinois. These men and women span generations of wars and conflicts and are active members in our community. Each of these brave men and women have an inspiring story to tell. So please join me and take a few moments to just listen to one of their stories.
We get out in the Pacific, and the Pacific is well named. It's very calm out there, and the ship goes, rocks forward to the right, and then back to the left, then forward to the left, and back to the right. So you're lying on the deck there, looking at the stars. It was beautiful. And as you look up, the ship becomes motionless, and the sky starts moving. That was a 42-day junket in that rust bucket ship. We finally arrived on the 42nd day, and guess what? A hurricane at sea. And anyway, that storm lasted, I don't know, 12 hours or so. So then we pulled into the docks at Noumea, and they unloaded us and put us in GI trucks. A man, one of the enemy, so to speak, sneaked up on me on his hands and knees. I was taken to hospital, and they were afraid of infection. They were pulling pellets out of my face. So I was in that hospital a second time for 12 days, and on the 12th day they took the bandages off, and I was surprised that I could see. But there were some residuals from that. I still have very poor vision. On August 14, peace was declared. So, of course, we wanted to go home. I was then first sergeant of this outfit, and every week I had to go up to headquarters to pick up the list of those who had enough points to merit going home. Finally, my turn. I went up, picked up my own orders. So, as I said, I got home in January 1946. It's terribly cold, and I was dosed up with these diseases. So it was quite an adjustment. And a few weeks after I got back, this spring semester at university started. So I wasn't home very long, and I went away to school. It was one of the roughest transitions in my life, and I'm sure it was for all the other men that were in the service. For 45 years, I was engaged in civil litigation, handled a few noteworthy cases. I guess I got belatedly interested in it. Why did all these ex-servicemen walk around with the awards and ribbons? Wasn't I entitled? So I got in touch with the congressman's office. He was very helpful. Things started moving after how many years. I am very proud of my service, but want to thank the United States government for making a man out of a boy. Thank you for 7 years of college education, including tuition and living allowance. God bless the United States.
Stories like these exemplify the inspiring veterans we have living right here at home in our community. I'm committed to doing everything that I can to make sure that anyone who has defended our great country can live with dignity in Illinois' 10th Congressional District. Veterans returning home from Iraq and Afghanistan face an unemployment rate that is 3% higher than the national average. That's why I have partnered with local businesses and community leaders to discuss ways to reverse this troubling trend. I'm also a vocal advocate for reforms at the Department of Veterans Affairs that ensure future generations of veterans are not burdened with the same challenges facing veterans today. The corruption and claims backlog currently plaguing the Veterans Administration hospitals around our country is unacceptable. Our veterans deserve better. We must also do all that we can to support veterans and ensure that they get the help they need in regard to mental health. 22 veterans take their own life each and every day, an unacceptable rate that is much higher than the civilian population. The Clay Hunt Suicide Prevention for American Veterans Act has opened doors in terms of how we can help veterans, but there is much more work to be done. If you are a veteran and need help, please don't hesitate to contact your congressional office at 847-793-8400. It would be an honor to assist you. Lastly, let's remember this Veterans Day and every day that honoring our veterans is not just a job for the government. So today, tomorrow, next week, and next year, when you see a veteran, please join me by stopping them and uttering a few simple words that can have an enormous impact. Thank you for your service.